What's up, Tactical Pandas? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, I ordered myself another tactical flashlight. This one is a DM21T with a Cree XPL high LED 1000 lumen flashlight. Here's the box. Looks like it got bent a little bit on shipping. IMALENT. USB rechargeable. Pressure switch. 1000 lumens to 30 lumens, so it looks like it has multiple different settings. Eco setting will get you 80 hours, looks like. 260 meter range. Man, this thing should be pretty awesome, so let's check it out. I mean, based on the specs, it should be pretty decent. Looks like a cool box, I mean, that's for sure. Whoa. Okay, we got instructions in there, we got the box there, and a pretty nice little presentation. So there is a micro USB cable, as you'd expect, and that looks like it's going to be probably a couple feet long, so that's pretty impressive to recharge this bad boy. And then in the case here we have a holster. So this is pretty cool. Little ring at the top, Velcro, super thick nylon, so it should just fit right in here. And then even a Velcro strap right there, so you could put it on a belt loop, something like that, and then the top straps down and should hold that into place. So that's pretty cool. We'll take a look at that. Then you also have a couple of extra O-rings, which I'm noticing is kind of the deal these days with these waterproof flashlights, because it looks like they require them. So let's pull this out. It's in there pretty tight. All right, so here's the flashlight itself. Let's just take a look at it within, and it's even branded IMALENT. Let's just put it in the holster here and see how that looks. Boom. Perfect, man. That definitely, the Velcro all lines up for the length of the flashlight, so I like that they work that out. So far, man, I'm pretty stoked about this thing. Look, when it says it gets hot, when that LED gets hot on that turbo level, holy smokes, you know that this thing is serious. So far, I'm pretty impressed with it. Very cylindrical, looks like a little tiny lightsaber. You know, here it is in my hand. So easy to grasp. You know, it's like a bicycle handle or something. It's not super thick. Pretty solid lens over the LED element right there. And you can see it there. I don't think it's zoomable or anything. You do have this kind of six-sided kind of notching up here. And just trying to see if that does anything. Well, it looks like I can take off the top portion of the flashlight, and there's an O-ring right there, so that should be waterproof. Oh, it looks like, I don't know, man, is that how you get the battery out? Okay, so here is the battery. It's a 2600 milliamp hour IMALENT branded 18650 battery, so that is cool. You do get the battery, which is pretty nice. Just requires one. And then down on this end, not sure how you recharge it quite yet. You know, and what's kind of funny is that, you know, there's the notch on the back here kind of makes the coin edge of this dial only kind of available on one side. It looks like it goes about one rotation either direction, maybe not half a rotation. And so I have a feeling that's going to be maybe for cranking up the power. But what this little notching does, as you can see here, it falls, is it makes it really look like a lightsaber, a black lightsaber, but a lightsaber. And you have knurling here and some fluting. That's pretty grippy, so I have no problems with that. So if we put this back in here and then screw this back on, and it looks like there's a little rubber base on the bottom, which is where I'm assuming you're going to be able to recharge and do some of your things. So okay, so you have a power button right there. Maybe a little hard to see. Let's see. Power button right here, on off, and then you have the USB port, I'm assuming, underneath where it says USB there. So we can find it. There we go. So you have the micro USB port under there. And then looks like there might be some little LED lights right there. I don't know, there's some little notches. It's not that easy to tell what they're for, but let's just go ahead and hit the power button, see what happens. All right, so we do have light, and that's kind of like a Firefly mode as far as I can tell, because it's on. but it's not super bright, which is good because, and it's actually kind of like a warm light, right? Kind of that yellow end of the spectrum. And let's see now if we dial, oh, all right. So this absolutely is a brightness control. So it's kind of cool. It's really unique. If I do turn it like this, man, it gets bright. And if I turn it like that, it gets really dim. And it's all kind of that warm white light, which is actually pretty unique as far as I can tell, right? So I'm just going to turn it down here a little bit and hit this power button. Okay, if I hold it down, then it goes to strobe. If I hold it down again, it goes back to, oops, and if I just tap it once, it turns off. If I hold it strobe, if I hold it down. So it looks like it toggles between strobe and constant light. If I turn it up here and I hit the power button, yep, I can toggle to strobe too. So, you know, you're controlling the intensity at whatever level you want there, and then you can toggle between the modes just by holding it down. And if I go back to strobe and I tap it once, I think it should go off. Now if I tap it again, it looks like it always goes back to the constant light setting, which is cool. I'm going to turn it off here, and now we'll take it outside and see if all of those things add up to a good light experience in the dark. And I'm really kind of curious to see if, you know, that warm white light makes any difference. All right, guys, back outside, and it is dark. Got the flashlight here. Boom. You can see, there we go, on the lowest setting. You know, this warm white, or the warm light, I can actually kind of tell a difference. Actually, it kind of makes the colors a little more natural, and I feel like it's just a little bit, you know, easier on my eyes. So that's interesting. Even on the lowest dialed setting here, you know, 20-30 feet out, fantastic illumination. Very, very usable. And I absolutely can light up the trees out there in the back. It might not be the easiest thing for you to see. It kind of puts a soft, warm glow on them, but it makes things identifiable. Now, let's go ahead and dial the power up here a little bit. Let's see if we can do it one-handed. There we go. And I just kind of cranked it maybe 1/8 of a turn. And now, look how bright things are. And I think that warm light, yeah, I mean, it just kind of makes things a little bit easier on my eyes. You know, there, you can see the trees there lit up pretty well. And those trees are out there, you know, 30-40 yards. And this is not the highest setting. So if we kind of crank it all the way up there, that is the highest setting. And boom, look at that. Bright, bright light. No problems there. I can kind of crank it down, crank it up. It's kind of nice because I can just do it with my thumb. Now that I'm kind of getting used to it, it's actually really easy to do. So this thing is freaking powerful. I love all the accessories that come with it, but it is absolutely super bright and usable. That is for sure. Definitely impressed with this little bad boy. All right, so there you have it, man. This flashlight is a serious flashlight. I mean, it looks good, it runs well. It's got this cool adjustable, you know, fine adjustment on the end, and it looks like a lightsaber, which makes it look cool too. IMALENT 1000 lumen flashlight. Peter von Panda out.